take us through that your very first race in the Olympics. How are you mentally feeling leading up to the race?
I think for me it was interesting experience because kind of going back to, we touched on failure, but I had a really big big failure back in 2016 as well when I was a junior. And to kind of give you the short story about that and how it helped me in my Olympic campaign. Essentially what happened was I'd pretty much sacrificed everything that year in 2016. All I wanted to do was go and win the world championships. And kind of very long story short, I ended up getting 5th place at one of the competitions. And I was absolutely devastated. I'd sacrificed so much, put a huge amount of pressure on myself. And yeah, I failed. I never made it. And that was a huge kind of learning curve for me, because I left that competition. I was like, I kind of made a note to myself that I'm never going to put that amount of pressure on myself again. And since that, I've just raced with a sense of freedom. Of course you feel pressure, but it was just such a kind of weight off my shoulders, I think. And that experience just has done me so well throughout the rest of my career. So by the time I got to the Olympic Games, I was very aware that, I was comfortable winning, and I was comfortable losing as well, because I knew that if I wanted to win, there was the possibility of failure as well. And I didn't want to let that failure really kind of overtake the experience and chance as well that I had at winning the thing. First 2 days of racing, myself and my partner raced the K1. And yeah, it didn't go very well. We didn't race well. We didn't race near, I think, what we were capable of. Tommy, my partner, he ended up 8th in the final. I ended up 11th overall, which was, I think, 3rd in the B final. And yeah, it was a failure. It wasn't great. It wasn't good. But I think because of what I'd experienced all those years ago, I'd been through this, and I didn't want to let that derail the opportunity that was coming up in the next 2 days. And Tommy was the same, and we kind of we were aware of this. We were aware there was a possibility, and we put it behind us. Kept our process the same, and that really kind of stood us in good stead for the next 2 days. And we had a magnificent run on the K2, and nothing changed throughout that time. Our processes were the same. We still woke up, had jam on toast, and headed down to the course. It was all stock standard. Pretty much nothing changed at all. Of course, it's just a big event, big race. Lots of people are watching, and there's a lot of pressure around it. And yeah, I think we kind of just embraced what happened in the first 2 days, put it behind us, and then kind of moved forward in the next 2 days, which was awesome.